Are you reading a good class book? You could use Purple Mash to help the children dig deeper into the characters' lives and stories. Let's take a look at some examples. If I go into Tools and I scroll down, I'll find mash cams. I can use mash cams to become whoever I want to become. You may well find there's some characters in here that are representative of some of the characters in your book. If I scroll down, I can browse some of the different characters available and then choose, for example, let's go for Zookeeper. In here, I can click in the face, smile at the camera, and then move myself around to become a zookeeper. It's a bit like virtual hot seating. I can then write what it is to be a zookeeper on the right. I am a zookeeper, and I can increase and decrease the text size using the toolbar across the top. I can record my voice and explain what it is to be a zookeeper. I can also draw. I could draw the animals over here. There's lots of pen options over on the left-hand side. Of course, not every book has got a zookeeper in it, although there's lots of characters in here, such as the fairy godmother, the fairy princess, the dragon, Mad Hatter, etc. You'll also find, for example, Fairy Tale Mirror, which could be a bit more general. You'll also find Selfie Cam down here. You'll find a virtual reality there, and I just spotted on the way in beta we have got author as well. So you could ask the children to put their feet in the shoes of the author and write from that perspective. Thinking about authors, if I go into English, there's a folder called Authors and Poets. In here, you'll find lots of popular authors and poets. And if your class book is by one of these authors, then it may be worth you coming in, clicking through to that author, where you'll find resources that are relevant to looking at that author. It might be profiles, reviews. In this case, you've got a character comparison as well. Or if I come out of this one, for example, and I go into something like Roald Dahl, I've got a few resources related to the books as well. Mash cam there, I could become an Oompa Loompa, but there's also some writing projects around finding the golden ticket in this case and designing new chocolates. And in addition to these resources being organised by author, if I was to go back to English, you'll also see a folder on resources on popular texts, and you may also find your class book in here. If I scroll down, you'll see there's lots of titles, and if I go into a particular title, such as The Explorer, you'll find a variety of different resources. This one's got quizzes for each of the chapters, or 2 chapters at a time. And then if I scroll down, some writing activities and some additional resources alongside the themes. All of these are easy to access and also easy to set as to-dos. Another way children can engage with book characters is if they were to receive an email from them. In ToEmail, you can set it up so the children can receive an email from a book character. To set up such emails, you simply click on Compose when you open up ToEmail. And on this screen, you click on the thumbnail in the From field to choose or create a character. If the character that I'm looking for is not in the list already, I can click on Create Character. I can then type in the name of the character and select an image from the character if I'd like to. This image is the image that will appear in the thumbnail. When I click on Select Icon, I can choose File from my PC, and if I've got a picture of the character, I can import it. I can then choose who should be able to see this character in their address book, and I'm going to select my Bumblebee class and create and use this character. So I'm going to send Bumblebee class an email from Magnus. I can type my subject, I can type my content, I can include emojis, pictures and files if I'd like to, and when I click send, the children in this class will receive an email from Magnus. If I wanted the children to receive this email during the lesson, rather than send it straight away, I could save it to draft and then send it later. You could set up an email from several characters, one from Magnus and perhaps one from Godwin or Edmund, or other characters in the book, or the book that you're reading, of course, and then send those emails at particular points in the lesson that you want the children to be able to receive them. Here is the email from Magnus. If a child clicks on this one, they can write a reply and send it. You'll see the replies appear in your inbox as a staff member, and of course you can favourite ones, you can open some up on the board and show good content and discuss them. You'll see the email trails below. Underneath ToEmail, you've got lots of ToRespond activities. ToRespond activities enable children to enter into an email conversation with one particular character, the character selected, or converse around a particular theme. In this case, if you choose a character, you'll receive an email from them. When you reply to that email, you'll receive another email from them. And these emails have been set up for you. These might fit with the book you're reading, or you might want to create one that fits with the book you're reading. To edit any of these or create your own, simply click on ToRespond Creator at the top. Choose and edit an existing one, or create a blank. When you create one, you can select the sender, again from your address book, or you can create a character. Let's do this time Mr. Tumless. And you can select an icon if you've got a picture on your computer. You can then choose the class that you're going to assign this particular to respond to, and create and use that character. If you'd like to add an icon image, it will add an icon image for this particular to respond. Once you've done that, you can write the first email in the sequence. When you've written the first email in the sequence, you can click on plus on the left-hand side and write the second, and third, and so on and so forth. Once you're happy, you can save the to respond activity, or you can share it to set it as a to-do. Another great tool for exploring text is Developing Tray. This is under English in the tools. When you open up Developing Tray, there's plenty of examples, or you can open up Developing Tray at the top by clicking on Launch. I'm going to start a blank activity. Now I need some text for this area here, so I'm going to open up Serial Mash, where I know there's a digital text of the class book Striker Boy. So I'm going to go to the libraries, choose Comets for longer novels, and open up Striker Boy. Chapters are along the bottom here, so I'm going to open up Striker Boy, and here I've got the digitalized version of our class book. So I am going to select the text for the book, copy the text, and simply paste it into here. You can manipulate the text once it's in here if you need to. And then basically I can make this into an activity by simply clicking on play. Okay, I'm going to speed this up. I've got a bar on the bottom, and you'll see what it's done is it's almost like taken out some elements of the text, and the children have got to interact with it by using their knowledge of the English language to click on areas where they think they know the letters and fill them in. You'll see along the bottom they can do things like by all of a letter, or by all of a letter, by one letter, check the guesses they've made, make notes in a scratch pad, or reveal the whole text. And at the top you'll see there's a score that will increase and decrease depending on how many guesses they've got correct or incorrect, and it also gives them bonuses for guesses in a streak. Developing Tray forms part of Text Toolkit under Quiz and Game Creation, and in here there's a variety of other text-based tools that you could use to develop activities around your class book. Under Communicating and Sharing, you'll also find To Connect. When you launch To Connect, you'll find these templates, one of which is character, but another that could be useful to work with your class book is Recount, for example. You can select one of these templates and then click on Choose to open it up. Children can then work within this concept map and click to add further information of their own if they'd like to. There are so many things that you could do in Purple Mash, and it's well worth having a bit of an explore.